Been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only felt like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want.
Say hi. Yeah, you smiling. Say hi. Say hi, YouTube. You freely just, yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Chan. Today we're going to be doing a green makeup look. The last time I've done this makeup look was 2020 when I did like a Slytherin cosplay, and I'll put it on the side of the screen here if I could find it. I've only worked with green once with that makeup look, and I've just never really done it again. I'm not super into working with green, not even red. I've always just leaned towards browns, blacks, pinks. And that's basically it. I kind of have a really boring color palette, but nonetheless, let's get started. Like always, you know the drill. I always bring y'all closer to me. And with the greens, I actually don't have a lot of palettes with green. So I ended up buying a new one off of the TikTok shop, and it's Vigorously Playing in Makeup by Yolondo something. It really wasn't a lot of money. It was only like, I'd say $14, something like that. But all the colors, this is the reason why I got it, is because there's just a variety of pinks and greens and purples. It's super pretty. There's a lot of shimmer, as you could tell, but look at that. Definitely more pinks and purples for sure, and greens with the blues. I do love how it's a variety. There's no browns. I've always wanted an eyeshadow palette that was just colorful and has a variety of color instead of just browns. But what I'm thinking, I've already gotten my eye primed and everything. I'm gonna go in with, what is it called? There's definitely a lot of weird words. Vehement something. It's this color right here. It's like a grassy green. We're gonna dab that on. It's not too bad. The like tapping in it, it's a dry product, so hopefully there's not too much fallout because I did do my base beforehand. Now trying to follow the outer corner and the inner, but keeping it very minimal. Now what I'm trying to do is just tapping it on, because we only want to put the color in a very tight spot. Do mind that this is my first time working with this palette. I've never experimented with any of the colors, so I'm just kind of going in blind. I'm definitely wanting to do more colorful looks for this channel. Now what I'm doing is just circling this little spot, trying to maintain its shape, because when I add the darker color, I just need that little guidance to put that on there. So far though, the color is really nice. I truly do like it. Okay, so far so good. I do need to work on the middle a little bit. Also mind that this is the first time in years going back to doing a halo eye look. I'm so used to cut creases because that's all I could do. Barely, but that's all I could do. So definitely bear with me on this. As y'all already know, I'm not a makeup artist whatsoever. I just love working with makeup for fun. And as myself, I'm still learning new things every single day. Now with this green, I'm only blending it really loosely on the top, but leaving that open space still in the middle for the shimmer I'm gonna be working with. Next, I'm going in with the color Punches, which is just a darker foresty green. I think it'll help kind of tie in the outer corner and inner corner together. With this, I am going to be really careful because I don't want to blend that dark color I keep straying off the camera, I'm so sorry. I don't want to have the darker color overpower this transition shade that I'm doing. So we're only tapping it on in one spot where I'm gonna add that depth. As you can see, I'm literally just tapping. And it's surprisingly just blending itself on its own with the lighter shade that I did. I think I'm falling in love with this palette, oh my god. Side note, this is very random, I know, but it's like every time spring comes around, the two colors that I wear the most are white and green. So it's like, I'm always wearing green, but why am I never doing green makeup looks? I didn't think that this eyeshadow palette would do so well. The shadows themselves are dry, but at the same time, there's not truly a lot of fallout. You can kind of see it on camera right here, but that's easily fixable. Definitely recommend this palette so far. I do want to work with the other colors, and I definitely want to see how the shimmer, like all the shimmers work. I'm gonna go back in with that lighter green again, kind of blend the inner corner and round that out. Okay, I'm putting concealer on the center of the lid first before I go in with the shimmers. I think my expectation is when I go in with these shimmers, I would like them to be creamy and see how they pick up with my finger. I didn't put too much concealer on purpose, but I'm just kind of giving myself a guide of where I want the shimmer to go. Not raising it too high, so we're kind of just keeping it like that. Now this is kind of a hard decision for me because I'm thinking, let's see, it's either I go in with Unrestrained, it's green but it also has that bluish hue to it, and then we have Determined, which solely just has like a green shimmer. I kind of want to switch it up, so I think I'm actually going to go with Unrestrained, and I'm going to obviously pick it up with my finger, and we'll see how this goes. Oh, okay. Right off the bat, it is creamy, like it's creamy-ish. It's not as dry as the other palettes I went in with, or the other shadows, but look at that. That is crazy to me. It's just so bright. I haven't had a shimmer that bright in a while, other than the glitters and shimmers from the Tati Beauty palette. Oh, I like how it has a mirror. I keep forgetting it has a mirror. Why am I using that small mirror? I don't know. Okay, I truly think that going in with Unrestrained was a best call, I'd say. Because it just switches it up. It's not all just solely green. One thing for sure is it wants to move around. With the halo eye look, I always like to bring it up just a little higher. And if the line is too harsh, I just go in with that transition shade and just blend it out. That's why I didn't put too much concealer on, because we don't want any harsh lines. We just want everything blendable. I'm not gonna tap the brush back in the shade. I'm just gonna use whatever's left over in the product and brush it out. But because it's very glittery, I'm only blending it out in this one little area. Just right here. We don't want the glitter to go everywhere. Now, taking the leftover product from the darker color and making sure the two colors are also blended out. With the inner corner, I'm thinking of doing a yellow instead, kind of making the eyes like pop a little bit more. I'm having troubles deciding if I want the shade Passionate or Sad, but I think because this is more yellowish and brighter, I'm gonna go in with that instead. They almost kind of look the same, but they're not. I promise you, Passionate is a little bit darker and it's a little bit more gold. Wow, that is, if it'll focus, that's crazy shiny. Placing it on the inner corner, and holy putting in the yellow was a really good call. Looks like I have golden boogers. What do y'all think so far? I think that this is really pretty. It's not my best work because I'm very rusty. Like I said, it's been years since I've done this type of look. And especially with this color. I love green. It's one of my favorite colors because Slytherin, and I just love the foresty nature color. So why haven't I ever really worked with it? I don't know. Now here comes the fun part. And hopefully my eyes don't water. Now I'm gonna go in with, back in with Punches, which is that darker color that I have on the inner and outer. And I'm gonna be lining that on the bottom. I barely tapped it and it's going on perfectly well. I love that. See, I have it very thin, but it's not dragging or anything, and it's not, maybe, I mean, it could be the brush that I'm using, but it's blending very, very, very well. I know I said it just doesn't drag, but I am gonna drag it down just a little more. I like how my whole entire arms and hands are covered. This may be a little issue because it doesn't seem to be coming. Oh my god. Okay, that won't come off. It's like stained my skin. Oh no. As much as I love this, I'm really hoping that when I take it off later tonight that it doesn't stain my eye, because I don't want to look like I have a black eye. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this eyeliner pencil and line the top lash line because I'm planning on putting on lashes, and of course doing the bottom as well. That's perfect actually. I'm not gonna do a wing because this is such a round eye shape. I tend to normally not want to do eyeliner wings or cat eyes. Instead, I just darken the top line and hope all is well when I put lashes on. So I'm actually going to wait on putting the eyeliner on the bottom lash. I typically like to put lashes on before I do that because my eyes get watery and whatnot whenever I put eyeliner on the bottom. I think that this is a good stopping point. I'm not going to do the bottom lash line yet because I want to wait till I put on lashes first. So as always, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera and put my lashes on and everything, and we'll get back to the lips in a second. I just realized I have shadow in my nose. I don't know how that got there, but I will see y'all in a second. Here it is. Here's the final makeup look. Now I know I said that I was just gonna do the lips on camera. I just went ahead and did them off camera. All I did was just use a lip liner by NYX Cosmetics called Cocoa. And then I used a ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade, what is it? Coffee Break. Nonetheless, this look It reminds me of like a serpent queen. I mean, because I'm kind of basing it off of Slytherin, but at the same time it also kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like a peacock. Maybe it's because of the whole, you know how they have the dark feathers on the bottom and then the really bright green feathers on the top. I truly am amazed by how pigmented these shadows are from this palette. Like I said, I think it was only $14 or so. When I edit this, I will put the price and whatnot. But yeah, I got it off of the TikTok shop. Now my cat's walking all over my table. What are you doing? But I got it off of the TikTok shop. I'm not sponsored whatsoever. I saw a colorful palette on the shop and just decided to purchase it. Give it a try. I'm not disappointed. I'm truly impressed. Nonetheless, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment of what you would like to see next. And a little side note, over the past months or so, I appreciate a lot of y'all's support. It truly means a lot to me from the bottom of my heart, because this is something that I have always wanted to do for years, but every time I would try it, I would fail or I wouldn't have time. And now that I'm actually making time and dedicating myself to this while being a mother, it is a little trickier, but I'm still dedicated and committed to doing this for y'all and for myself, of course. And this is just fun. This is really fun. This is what I like to do. I love to do social media. I love to do makeup and beauty things. It just, all that whole 9 yards. So it truly does mean a lot to me. And just for one little tiny favor, if y'all could definitely share some of my content, like it could be shorts, it could be the actual YouTube videos or whatnot. It means a lot. Nonetheless, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!